All right, folks. Good evening. And just in case if you're joining us from a different time zone, good afternoon and good morning. So before I even get started, could you please confirm that you can hear me well and see my screen? Just confirm on the chat so that we are
Yes.
good to go. Awesome. All right. So our webinar session today is going to be on getting started with Microsoft Viva. So this has been one of those buzzwords, specifically in the modern workplace for the past few months. And I believe a lot of organizations are working towards it. A lot of customers want to understand what is this and how they can start adopting it. So today we have Manoj Mittal and Ayshwarya Ramakrishnan from Microsoft who will be taking us through this journey, their learnings on Microsoft Viva, and followed by that, whatever questions you have, you can very well bring it to them, and they'd be more than happy to answer. So just moving on. So these are the session guidelines. So the planned duration for our webinar today is going to be close to 60 minutes. And it might get extended by, let's say, 10 to 15 minutes here and there based upon the questions that you have. Questions, we do encourage that. Please bring in your questions. But the way we want to do this is during the course of the session, if you have any questions, please put it on the chat window. Maybe when they're doing a demo and you have a question on that, put it on the chat. But just in case you feel that you want to voice out your question, please hold it towards the end. We have a separate Q&A time, so you can use that time to ask your questions. So this webinar is being recorded, and of course, we'll be posting the webinar on this YouTube channel. And if you're not already a member of our meetup group, so please go ahead and start becoming a member, because there is a lot of events, sessions, and a lot of things that we have planned, and we don't want you to miss it. So before I hand it over to them, I also wanted to, just bring up the India Cloud Security Summit one-day virtual event that we are planning from this user group. So this is something which we are planning on a large scale. This is an event which will be completely focused on cloud security only related to Microsoft stack. So what I mean is cloud security related to Microsoft Azure, M365, Power Platform, Dynamics 365, a dedicated event only to focus on that. This is going to be a one-day full event. We have finalized our speakers. It's a really great. It's going to be a really great event because we have speakers from different parts of the globe, MVPs, Microsoft, people from Microsoft. There is a lot of good stuff, and you really do not want to miss this. So with that, let me go ahead and hand it over to Aishwarya to take it over from here. Aishwarya, over to you.
Sure. Thank you. I would be sharing my presentation in a minute. Let me know
Sure.
if you can see.
Yeah, you're good to go.
Good to go? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So a quick introduction. I'm Ayshwarya Ramakrishnan. I work as a technical specialist in the modern work unit within Microsoft. And Manoj is, our colleague. He's a senior consultant with the Microsoft Consulting Services. And you can connect with us on the LinkedIn handles that we've given here. And today we he was mentioning, Vignesh was mentioning, we have about 60 minutes of content that's planned. And initially, we would go over the concepts of Viva, what it aims to achieve, and then we also have a great demo of one of the modules of Viva. So we'll get into it. So initially, it will be the session, but please do hold on for the actual demo. Okay, so what is this, Viva all about, right? Just to set the context, once the pandemic, began last year, a lot has changed since that, the pandemic, right? Even as people start going back to work, how we work will be permanently transformed by this pandemic, and that's most CEOs' opinion. That includes Microsoft CEOs, right? So many organizations have adapted to this remote and what we call now as hybrid work, right? But what has happened fundamentally is that all the change has demanded a lot of resilience, right? And a culture of resilience is what is going to enable people and organizations to continuously adapt for what's next. So this is not probably the end of this. The pandemic is not the end of how we are looking at it. Things that are changed at work, right? So there is a lot of research that has gone in, and one of the key insights from research in this area is that more than ever, people are the key to business success. Okay, and the stats that you see on this screen, and there are many other countless research reports that show that when we as an organizations invest in people and focus on improving the employee experience, we can directly impact employee engagement, retention, customer satisfaction, and a company's financial success. So we typically look at customer experience, but what the research is pointing to is that employee experience is an equal pillar when it comes to the levers for company success, right? And this is again, a lot of research has gone in partnership with LinkedIn, Glint, right? And there are about a few important elements of that make up a great employee experience, right? Well-being. So an employee has to feel safe at work, physically, mentally, and emotionally, right? Connections. You need to belong into a trusted group, integral member of a diverse community, and that's when you feel good, right? Focus. And then you need to know what your success looks like. You need to be able to imagine and visualize, and then what to prioritize, right? And when you're on track, and you have to get feedback that helps you improve. Okay, so this is another element of employee experience, right? And then you need to feel empowered to find information, find the right people, the tools, and the resources you need, right? And then by those means you can make decisions as to what is required for your success, right? And then this would also mean you need to know how you can grow, right? You get what you need to maximize your strength, right? Broaden your experience, learn new skills, and all that, right? So all these are a part of a well done research, and this is where employee experience comes into picture, right? So what is employee experience? It is essentially a system of experiences that help organizations to create a culture, okay, which can engage employees. And it's basically a new approach and a new category of technology solutions that we call as employee experience, right? So it's a digital platform, if you may will, right, that puts people at the center and brings together systems of work, okay, into an employee experience. So it's not like system is at the center and people are going and looking at for different things that they need. It on the other hand puts people at the center, right, and it provides them with the resources and the support that they need. So this is a concept that's pretty popular these days, the concept of employee experience. And then of course there are a lot of vendors focused on this aspect, but most of the solutions are very pointed and looking to solve one or a few of the problems that in this experience journey, right? And they're fragmented and kind of disconnected from where people are doing their work. So if you have an employee solution which works completely on a different platform, that may not make a lot of sense, right? It has to be weaved in to your area of work and on the solution or the tools that you use in your day-to-day work, right? So our vision, or Microsoft's vision, is an integrated employee experience that brings together all the resources into the natural flow of everyday work. Okay, and that's why Microsoft built Viva. So Viva is the employee experience platform that empowers people and teams to be their best and from anywhere, right? So we all understand that during the pandemic there has been a lot of acceleration on digital adoption. Microsoft Teams is where most remote and hybrid work happens these days, right? And Teams has become a hub where all the resources come together into an integrated system of engagement, right? uh, so and with Microsoft 365 and Teams, we already have all the foundational capabilities for creating a great employee experience. Like we already have tools like Yammer, SharePoint, Stream, Workplace Analytics, and many others, right? Microsoft Search and stuff like that. So Viva essentially builds on this foundation by adding all the innovative services and insights focused on people development and success. So today, as we speak, we have 4 modules of Viva, okay, and there may be more that are added in the future. And let me, set this context at the outset. Some of the features that you see in one of the mockups or the screenshots that I would be demonstrating may not be available today, but they are the roadmap, and that's that would be available in the due course of time. But when we see the demo, we would be able to point out as to what is available today and what is coming up. Right? With that, I would want to talk a bit about the different 4 modules of Viva. Okay. First, is the Viva Topics, which is what is going to be our focus for today. The next 45-50 minutes, we're going to be elaborating on topics. So topics essentially focuses on the aspects of knowledge and expertise, right? So topics applies artificial intelligence to identify knowledge and experts and organize them into shared topics. Okay. AI does this. Okay, AI automatically creates a topic page for each of the topic, and you can think of it like a Wikipedia for an enterprise, where AI does the first draft. So human beings don't have to go and create the pages or the find out what are important topics. AI does the first draft, and then of course we have mechanisms where we can curate the drafts, and then these topic pages are surfaced as topic cards right in the flow of work. Okay, when I say flow of work, they come up in, say, Teams, they come up in SharePoint, in Office, and stuff like that, right? And we would obviously do a bit of a deep dive beyond uh, the next 5 minutes. We'll do a lot of looking into how topics works. So the next 3 modules, I'll just give a glimpse. Insights essentially is bringing workplace analytics and my analytics into an app within Teams. It provides data driven and privacy protected insights for 3 categories of personas today, which is individuals, managers, and leaders, right? For example, employees gets personalized insights which only they can see, and it would help them protect, say, your time for breaks, focusing on learning, work, and basically to promote or improve your productivity. And then managers would get to see the same at a team level. Okay. But then the data is kind of de-identified, so the reports that the managers or leaders might see, they would not be able to trace it back to one particular a person. So in that case, privacy is all protected. So that's about insights. We may have to look at that in a subsequent section. The third one is the connections. So connections is a company branded employee app, again on Teams. It's like a gateway to your employee experience, and with personalized news, communication, task, people, resources, etc. So it's like a single curated destination which can be configured for specific roles, like a sales personnel or a frontline worker, right? So it is essentially today it is a SharePoint home site, right, which is brought in as an app within Teams, and integrates well with Yammer, and provides the ability to create dashboards which could surface content from other line of business systems, right? And the last one is learning. While I talk about it at the end, but let me tell you, I think about 78 to 80% of CEOs today feel that learning is the important aspect, that they are looking into, and all the upskilling needs to happen today, okay, to build for tomorrow. So this module that we have built, the learning module in Viva, allows employees to easily discover learning, which is both formal and informal, again in the flow of work. So it's an app on Teams, and it could today aggregate content from LinkedIn Learning, Microsoft Learn, and then there are also integration avenues possible with third-party training content, right? And when I say third-party, it could be your Udemy or your Skillsoft, right? And potentially, if you have your own organizational training LMS system, we could also integrate that with this app, right? So and it's not just an aggregation, right? Content aggregator. It provides ability to recommend courses, ability for managers to assign and track training, and all that, right? So that's the 4 pillars of Viva today. Like I said, more could get added, and some of the features that you would see, are probably not yet generally available, but it would be soon available. And with that, we want to do a quick deep dive on Viva Topics. Uh, so I just spoke about this, right? That knowledge is something that's very important, and people should be empowered to find, the content that they could then put to use and increase their productivity. So research shows that people spend about an hour a day, or up to 7 weeks a year, and 7 weeks a year, to put that in perspective, close to a couple of months a year, right? Purely searching for or creating information, right? Recreating, if I may. So employees today often have several tasks that they are working on simultaneously, but then frequent context switching, for example, switching between emails, chat, and Word documents, all while searching for various content on your computer or on your knowledge repository. This prevents people from getting on a roll with their work, right? The question is, how do we get you the content and information that you need without constant interruptions? Okay. I think most of us can relate to it when we do multitasking. We spend a lot of time looking for information, right? So Viva Topics builds on Microsoft 365. It applies AI, like I had mentioned earlier, to identify knowledge and experts from across your organization and categorize them into shared topics. Okay, and it's not just categorizing or creating topics. The beauty or the best part is that it surfaces, them on your flow of work, right? And when these AI creates these topics, there are mechanisms by which you could edit the topic pages and approve, or even experts can co-author and then keep up to date the content that AI creates, right? Like I said, it's like a Wikipedia where AI does the first draft. So the content surfaces in a card like structure that you see here, which we call as a topic card, and it could surface in SharePoint, Teams, or Office documents, or even Outlook, right? So when you hover over an acronym or a project name, you get an immersive experience, a topic card that you can click and then get on more details, right? So so today, topic automatically organizes contents across various categories. For example, it can identify projects, products, processes, and customer, right? And then we are adding more capabilities to the way AI can find topics, right? And experts can also help curate the information, and you can also create your own custom topic. So it's not like AI will only have the first right of creation of topic pages. Your admins can also create topic pages, and once you create a topic, again the experience is seamless. Wherever the topic is mentioned, you would get that that experience of a topic card come up, right? uh, and you can also surface content from third-party services like ServiceNow, right? And there are graph connectors that are available to connect to these third-party services, right? And then again, under the hood, it provides the privacy, security, and compliance that you would expect from a service like Microsoft 365. All the sensitive content is protected. The topics that you see are security trimmed at source, right? And what we believe is that this could save our time, our employees time, between 1 to 3 hours each week. Okay, and that is just by surfacing content before they start looking for it. So we would just want to look at how it would appear, right? We would see this in action at a later point of time, but of course that not on Teams today. What I'm showing here is the experience of a topic card that comes up on Teams, right? So when you come across an unfamiliar topic or an acronym, for example here SOAR, right? uh, when you click on it, or basically when you hover on it, right, a topic card gives you a summary of what you need to know, right? You don't need to search for knowledge. Knowledge finds you. Okay. And if you want to know more, you could just go to the, when you click on the topic card, it actually takes you to a different page, which is a topic page that gives you more details, including definition, relevant people, right? And for example, if you have a question, you can just, ask away, and it has integration with Yammer, so you can ask questions, and you can it would tag in experts automatically, and next time the question is asked, Viva would attempt to answer the question as well, right? As topics learns more, everyone shares the knowledge, right? So you can see that this, for example, is built automatically by AI, and experts can make them better by editing the edit topic page that you know see at the top, right? Now, if you look at the Teams app, today this Teams app, whatever you're seeing, is not in action, but this is going to be available soon. Once the app comes, you would see this home topics and manage, right? So when you go to the home, you would see all the suggested topics for you, right? And when you click on manage, right, the topic center actually, if you have the permissions, that is to look at to be able to manage the topics, it gives you a very personalized view. Enable, if you're an expert, right, you can go and manage topics, and it shows you what is the trend, how many topics are published, and which are the topics that you have access to, and stuff like that. So I was talking about this the experience, right? Today, in this screenshot, you've seen how it looks. When you look at the experience from within Teams, we would see a live demo of how it would look from a SharePoint page. But like I said, the vision is that all this experience, when you hover and a topic card appears, this experience is going to be available on Outlook, SharePoint, Teams, and also Microsoft Search, right? So essentially, with Viva Topics, you can connect people to knowledge, experts, and answers in their flow of work. Okay, so that's what I wanted to cover in the deck before we actually see this in action. And I now would want Manoj to take over and showcase a demo.
Yep, thanks, Ayshwarya.
So Manoj, you can let me know. There are a couple of slides which if you want to cover first, or after the demo, as you wish.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll take it after the demo.
Sure.
So let me take over your screen now.
Mm-hmm.
So hope my screen is visible to all.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep,
good to go.
thank you. Yep, thanks Ayshwarya for the nice explanation. So here, like I'm just going to demonstrate the live how we can use the topic and what the advantage we are going to get, right? So as Ayshwarya explained, the Viva topic help help the company to address the key business issues. So right, to finding or help to provide the informations to the users what they need. So for example, if you see in action, so this is my like landing page of the SharePoint, which you see here, right? So if anybody is going to this landing page and just reading those particular content, what I have here, and suddenly I feel, okay, this project planet, what is this project planet it is? So that what the Viva has created for us, especially on the topic, so it has created a card for us. It's like that. It's a AI generated card. Even we can also create the cards like that. That we have a capability. We have a defined roles in the system. So we need to define who can do all these things. So we'll just talk it slowly in this entire next 20 to 25 minutes. All these things. Okay, so like this particular words, what you are seeing here, the project planet. So if need to know more information about the project planet, so what it is, it will give the detail and just give us the card like that. It just give the alternate name, what the AI system has suggested or what the knowledge manager has given as a alternate name to curate this content. And this is like a hit highlighted summary or like the small descriptions which is coming up here. And so basically the Viva card has a defined template, what contents we are going to show. Here is just like our the project names is coming, what the alternate names we can dump it here, or AI also just giving to us. And then it's a summary sections. And these are the contributors. So like who are the folks who is working on this particular keywords or this particular project planet. So instead of going to search all these things manually in the system, so it's a quite time consuming, right? So if I'm going to the particular page and I want to search about informations about the project planet, so first of all I need to go to the search and let's type it and get the information. So I will lose the context where I was, where I am. what I'm doing here. So I will navigate there. I need a right information to search it to get the information. So Viva topic will help us, like we can get those information in a one place. So who all are working? So which are the sites which we have in the system which are associated with this particular topic, and what are the documents is associated with that one. So if we see, so one of the basic questions comes into the mind. Okay, so it's like if you're using artificial intelligence doing all such things for us. So but what about the security point of view? Yeah, definitely the security is a major concern here. So once the artificial intelligence is doing, or like knowledge manager is creating a card for the organization, so all the content which is coming is taken care what the security, what the user is having the permissions throughout the sites. So if you the we are showing that document, if user is not having access, this document will not get open. It will just says the access denied to the particular users, or he or she can ask for permissions to view the document. So that will always taken care here. And another important features of, like, we have a lot of information in a big organizations, if we'll see, right, where we are terabytes of content, and we need to search the content, and content just resides within SharePoint, outside the SharePoints, a lot of places, always in silos. It's not easy to define and to find out. So that is the one of the best place we are getting, just hover and get all the content here. And even the knowledge drain also, what we feel. So knowledge drain in the sense, once somebody is working on the particular project and then move out from the projects and start working on different, then lose all the document. Somebody just move from the organization, that their content also get drained. So all those AI, because we already have content in the system, it will take it up and just build a card for us. So we'll show what are the options, even AI also what it consider to build all these cards. So let's agree. So a lot of things are a black box because it's happening behind the scene, but there is a definitions what AI is considering to build such type of cards, and it's like keep coming on. Okay, so if you see here what content I have, it's a regular, it's like keep running those activities. Today I will find those the definition of this particular keywords here, might be tomorrow will more will come suddenly. So like somebody should be responsible in the organizations. So like those content is going to appear as a this particular cards which is appearing. So there is a dedicated center which is called as a topic center. Okay, if I move it here, like the view document on this particular section, so you see here is the site name itself as a topic center. So this is a dedicated sites. We can rename this one anything it can be, but there is a dedicated site where all the content is going to appear in this particular sections. If I go to the home of this particular site, so here you will see, so there are some of the cards which I created manually. It will start appearing. It's a more personalized, who has logged in and who has permissions, what those cards will start appearing for those persons, and they can publish and make it available for the entire audience. And the second one, if I'll go here in the little tutor, there is a topic centers which I go. Okay, so this is my topic center. So here is the sections we have. It's like a manage topics, right? So so manage topic, if I go back to this particular section, so this section what it shows us, like there are suggested topics. So if you see here, so let me hide this section. So this is a life cycle of the particular topic which is generated by the AI. So AI generating a card for us. So what type of card the AI is getting generated? For example, I'll just open this one, principle of engineering. So these are the pages. If I go here, the view pages. Yeah, so this is the entire page which we are looking here. So this page is generated by the AI. It's not like the human is going to create, but yeah, once this page is getting generated by the AI, it will be available to the suggested section. Not it will be immediately available to everyone in the organization or intended audience who is having a license to use the Viva topic. Yeah, so I just forget to mention the Viva, to use the Viva topic, users should have a license. So I will show that configurations also, from where what the license cost and where we can assign the licenses to the users who can use. Yeah, so this page, what we are looking, it's going to generate by the AI. Here we have titles, we have a short descriptions, who are the people has worked on the particular topics which we are using. These are the files which are used across the sites. It's getting filtered and just showing here, and what are the related sites. So all these contents it start appearing. So if I go back again to the manage topic, okay, so all these topics and the pages which is coming up, which is always coming up here in the section as I suggested. So if we talk about the life cycle of the every topic, so it has a suggestion, so which is come from the AI, and then the knowledge manager or who is a contributor. So they are come into the picture and they are going to verify this content. It's okay as per their org, because AI, it's not only the AI always giving the content which is 100% accurate. It always a good when we are using a AI plus the human who is the intended audience, who is responsible to manage those content in organizations. So both will check it together and just curate the content what is coming from the AI, so or not. So for example, here is coming, it's suggesting Lee, and the the Lee as a person here, right? It might be he is not familiar who is working on this project, and some of the document is not, so he or she and can go and remove those document from here itself. Those they can edit the page and they can remove it, and then they can publish it. So that's why it's all comes into the suggested. So once it comes to the suggested, so the authorized person who is a contributors or the knowledge manager, right? I will talk about the roles also, what the roles we have, which will give the more insights, as we have a different role is defined for this particular activity. One is like a viewer who, like when I move to the particular page as a home page, let me go here on my site. Right, so it's like the viewer that who is coming here and just finding about the particular keywords, getting more informations. So that is like a viewer. So other is a contributor who can manage, who can modify the topics. Like this is the particular topic which I find here, principle of engineering. So I can go here. If I have a contributor access, I can go and modify and provide the information. Who are the people is going to associate for this particular, like I can add more people in this particular section. Right, I'll select anything. Alex, he's a marketing assistant. So like that, I can add more peoples. I can add and remove the documents from here. Once it's get confirmed, then it will move to the confirm stage. So let me discard it and go back. Okay, so for example, if I go here and make it confirm this particular section, so what the topic has suggested by the AI, and now the knowledge manager or the contributor, they agreed and they just want to push it this content further, and then it will be appear into the confirm sections. Okay, so before that, if you'll understand what the columns are coming up here and what's the importance for that, right? If you see here is just like a title and then impression. So impressions is basically that keywords plays a major role, how many time this particular keywords appear into the search. So whoever is just having a license, those people are using the search and they are hitting to the particular words. It's not like knowingly, like either anonymously they were just hitting the words, their impressions is getting increase. It's not like that I'm just browsing the page and coming as a like viewing the page. If I view the 100-time page, it will not come as 100 here. It will always come how many time it's appearing into the search and how many time people are using this particular word in their regular activity. Accordingly, the impressions will start keep increasing. So at least the minimum 2 expression is required from the confirm to make it publish. So this section, so if I go to the confirm, it will take some time. Let me refresh. Yeah, so before the demo I just did for the Western region sales, it's the same one, and it start appearing like I just did the 2 time. I just search it for this particular content start so showing the impression as a 2. So once it's confirmed, so then the authorized users need to publish it. So once the user will get published, so it will start appearing in this section. So these are the final keywords, final topics which is going to appear, and it will automatically tag. wherever they will find in the M365 environment, in a SharePoint, in a Teams, in the Office document, those words, it will automatically start tagging. It will start, these words will come up as a hover cards will start appearing on these words, and even also what the alternative words we have, right? So this is just little about more on the how to manage the topic. But before that, let me go. So okay, so now this is a Viva topic, right? So this is the one section which we saw here entire the journey, how this Viva topic is going to help. So it's not like that we can build the custom SPFX control, and wherever we are hover, it will get the details. So behind the scenes, lot of the things is happening in this Viva platform. So AI is just curating the content for us and keeps suggesting, and we should have a dedicated knowledge manager who can curate the content and publish the content based on this a knowledge manager curations of the content, right? AI also keep learning from that section and keep suggesting the content accordingly. So another sections, if we'll move it up, so like the Microsoft search, so we can use those Viva topic keywords into the Microsoft search to get the more insights. So basically, if I'll go to the office.com somewhere, if I have logged in, yeah, anything here like the project planet with those words. So as of now, those are Viva topic. It's work on the Microsoft search for the search point of view, not in the SharePoint search within a site collections. So this is on Microsoft search. It will start appearing those the Viva topic with the same cards which appear here. We'll get the topics, descriptions, peoples, and who are the what are the documents associated, and get more informations if need to know for that particular section, right? So if you'll see more the use case for that, so where it's getting more fit into the organizations, the Viva topic. So I'll take an example, like if any the employees, like on a onboarding is happening for any of the employee, and when the employee joining the organizations as a new employees is joining the organization, and that is HR responsibility to provide, or the PF responsibility to provide the as much as information so they can board that employees as quickly as possible. For example, employees is coming on that page and he is going through and he want to know more information about the project planet and other things, then definitely he will just get the hoover and get more informations, right? Instead of like taking this content and going here and there and then search it and then move it, come back again. Similarly, there can be multiple use cases for that, expert findings and the information sharing. So this is also another use case. So if you need to find the particular expert of the on this particular projects who has done the works, we can find right away from here itself. So these are the experts who has worked or associated with these projects, right? So that is the one what we are using for this, and another one how to use it. Let me edit this page. Okay, so let me go up a little bit. Yeah, here. So as this words is automatically start appearing if I'm using those topic keywords, if sometime this words is doesn't appear, so we have another mechanism. We can use the words like hash symbol, like the projects. Let me add it here, the project planet something. Okay, and let me publish. So as it's not appearing immediately because the spellings and the all. So what else we can do if we are is matching one to one, we can use the hashtags also. So it will suggest what are the available tags or the topics we have, like hash. So you can see it will start showing all the topics which we have created earlier. Project which we have project planet. So this is our project planet which we are talking. So this is the another way, like if we feel in our page we have used this particular words and which is not having the topic associated, so that is responsibility of the knowledge manager who is going to associate that content. So basically anybody in organizations like who has a license, they can raise this one. Yeah, my content, it should appear as a topic, it's not appearing. They can raise a feedback and the knowledge manager can curate this content accordingly. Wait, let me publish it. So let's move and create and see how this topic is getting created also behind the scene. So before that, let me jump around to the Office 365 admin center and see the licensing activity and how we are going to configure all those things that will help us to understand more in the deep. Right, so I'm on the Office 365 admin centers. Once M365 admin centers, when we go to the billing sections, under the billing, we have a purchase services. So Viva Topic is not itself an independent product. It's an add-on. Basically, what features we have, like we'll just use the add-on here. Let's remove it feature we don't need. So I'll go down Viva topic. So you will find the Viva topic under the add-on sections. So it will come up here. So once we go to the detail of this particular add-on section, so it will give us the license, basically the Viva topic. So this, as we have a 4 modules in the Viva. So this is only associated with the Viva topic, not with the communications, insights, and the learning. So each module having their set of license or the free of cost is available, that depend on the journal availability for that one. Viva topic as of now is having a $5 per user per month license in the organizations need to pay, and before that they can use the free trial. So free trial also like, so see, to get the usability and adoptions of the Viva topic, so it's always successful if we have a huge content is available, because behind the scene AI is working, which is going to curate the content and going to suggest the topic to us. So it's not like that if we take the free trial and we are going to work on the demo tenant where we have only the thousands of document or 100,000 of document, that will not help. We always, system needs a lot of content. It should be available millions of documents, 100 millions of documents like that. So that will help us to curate the content and keep suggesting those one. So like if you will take a demo tenant and for the trial license I will start working out, so might be it will not useful. Right, so I will just show some of the definitions for here. So if you see, there is a very well documentations. Okay, so when we talk about the AI, everything the AI is doing for us, page is also getting created via the AI. So how the AI is getting considered, what are the things I need to create, right? So these are the important factors. So initially, if you'll see, it may enhance this the list what we have here. So initially, Microsoft AI technology focus on the following type while creating the topics. So like what we have projects in the system, events, organizations, locations, product, creative works, field of study. So these are the few components which the AI is taking care and help us to create the topic and suggesting to the knowledge manager or the contributor to work on it. All right. So the next one, if I'll go here, so this is the license where we can check it up for this section. Another we have the topic, how we are going to do the configurations for this topic section, as we get the little insights, what is topic, how we can manage the topic from the topic center, but from where all these things is going to come, what are the configurations, to whom we can assign the different audience, different role to do perform all these sections. So still I'm in 365 admin centers. Under the settings we have a org settings. Under the org settings, if I go little down here, we'll find the topic experience. Somewhere it should be. Yeah, it's a topic experience is here. So this topic experience is a one-stop configuration section where we can do. So the topic discovery, these are the 4 sections is going to come here. If you see here, the topic discovery. Okay, so it just says from where we are going to search the content. We can define the sites here, like we are working on the entire tenant. So do we need the entire sites which we need to crawl? So as per the the organizational policies, like if we have some sites which we don't want to crawl, and definitely if we have defined somewhere the sensitivity label to the sites or the document, that will be taken care here internally. And like on top of that, still we have options if we need to crawl all the sites for this sections, or we need a selected sites. So we can create our own Excel file and we can upload those one. If you see the Excel files, once I click it here, so it will create a CSV file and having 2-3 columns. So it's like a site name we have and the site URL. So we can mentions accordingly for the specific sites which we need to use, and we can upload that Excel file. Then it says, okay, so these our the content is going to discover from these particular sites only, and we can exclude any of the specific topics which we feel we don't want to expose that one. And now important point is visibility. Who can see the visibility in organizations, right? We can define like everybody in organizations, so that depend on the license. So the knowledge manager or like knowledge admin who is responsible to assigning the licenses, who can see uh, the topic should be available to whom, only the specific set of audience, like we have assigned the license initially, or like everybody in organizations once it's mature stage. So we can assign it here. The specific security groups we can define, or specific set of peoples we can assign. Even we can assign the groups and all. So only those folks will be the Viva topic will be available only to those folks, right? So these settings we can do from here itself. Now we have a topic permissions. So as it's a third section, so who can create and edit the topic? So basically if we'll see in the topic, we have a 4 different type of roles. So if I just scroll it, another section of the documentations, what we have, not here. Let me go. Yeah. So these are the 4 roles which exist in the Viva topic. It's a very well documented here. So I will just give the high level what these topics are, because these plays the important role. So Viva topic, it's not like the one of the control which we are deploying and start working. It's like a journey, and it's like keep suggesting, and we need to keep enhance it's with the help of AI. So topic viewer, whoever have a license, those persons can see the Viva topic when they are finding the content. They get the more informations about that one. It's just a viewer. Contributors, like knowledge admin is assigning the contributors, as I was showing into the M365 admin center. They can modify the suggested topic what is coming up here, or they can create their own content from here itself. Like here this section is coming, who can create and edit the topic? We can define here the folks, everyone in organizations or some sort of audience who can be part of the contributor. We can define it from here itself. Now the third sections which is here, the knowledge manager. Let me show again this section. Yeah, it's a knowledge manager. So knowledge manager is again as a person who is managing the entire topic, who is responsible what's coming in suggested, need to move it from the suggested to the confirmed and moving to the publish. And the suggested section which we saw, only the AI curated content only coming in the AI suggested section. If I myself is creating any of the topic, that will not come directly here. We can just create and we can publish it directly, those one. All right, I'll just create some small page also for that, and I will show that section also. So these are the few roles which we see here. Who is the contributors will be there, the knowledge admins will be there. And then last is a topic center, what the new site collections we saw. So we can give the name of that particular site collections, and this is the address, right? So what is the sites is going to create, as we have configured already. So this is the new topic center sites will get created for us, where we can create a new pages. So there are 2 options once we land to this particular page to create a topic. If we go here, there is a dedicated page template, right? If I click it here, the new topic, so it will give me that defined sections. Here we can add our own controls also if we required any of the controls. If we feel the more informations we need to add it, or we can add here also like the people. For example, let me add some content and we'll see here, right? So let me add. I'll click on the add files first. I'll get what content I have. I'll click on the sites. It will select the, I will select any of the site as like a Contoso is my site. Here I will go to the projects, and I'll take it like a alpha. Okay, so this project alpha is, I'll just choose the 2 document. So this, and I'll give the name also similar. PRJ alpha. I'll just suggest the name, alternate name if I have anything. Alpha, enter. I can add more here. So the short description, I can pick it up from the document, but usually AI just take it ourselves from the content itself, and it will just show it here, right? So I'll just give alpha thing. I'll just add the name, few people's which I feel it's just important because I'm creating myself. I'm the knowledge admin here, contributor, right? Yep. So like this, my page is getting completed here. I just give the short descriptions. I just edit the Fox name, who has worked on this particular project. What are the files? If the user who is going to access this topic, he is having access to that document library within a site collection, they will get the content. Otherwise, they will get access denied once it's going to suggest. And we can define the related topics also. So what I'm using here, PRJ alpha, which words I used. If I click it here, if I have anything else which I define, so for example, I created the project planet. So might be the project planet is relevant for that. Document. Uh, Yep, it will start showing the connections here. So the advantage right now we can't see for this one, but in the futures it's in our the upcoming roadmap. So if you're looking here, like the how my card is appearing here in the bottom, one more sections will start appearing the related topics. So it will pick it up from there itself. So that content will also come up to us. Right, so I will just will talk about here how the licensings we can take it up. What are the configurations for the especially the Viva topic we can take up from here. What are the different type of audience we have in system. So the topic viewer, contributors, knowledge managers, knowledge admin. Knowledge admins is basically the last one who is responsible to assigning the license, what type of operations or like actions the other users can take up. So that's why those knowledge admins is always important. And then we talk about the topic center. The topic centers is basically where we are going to create a topic. There is a sections from on the home page we can create, and from here itself we'll get the same section and same page we can create from here itself. And then all the topics will start appearing into this sections. So if you see here, the last one as the suggested topic, if I open any of the purchase order, the view detail, right? So what the content is going to come here. So it's taking the content from the Wikipedia also. It's not only from the content or what we have where the relevant content is coming, and it's giving the source basically to us. It's all our AI suggested sections from where the topic is going to come. So that is also the one plus point we always feel it start appearing from where our the document is start appearing, right? Yeah, so I think that's all for the topic sections. So as such, like what we have covered, I'll just recap quickly. For the licensing models, we have covered from where we can assign in the M365 admin center. We have checked where we can configure the entire topic sections. And the third one is like the Microsoft search we can use where the topics start appearing. And there is a lot of use cases which we talk about where the topic is quite useful. We were topic like when the new hire joiners is going through the document, expert want to find the content, they can get more information relevant, which is AI suggested, and those content can be curated by the knowledge admin or the contributors and make it available to the entire organization's level. And then the last, we just talk about the topic center where the options is available where we can create the content and publish it to the organization level. Yeah. So I think that's all from my side. Any questions on that one? I'll just happy to take.
Yeah. Thanks, Manoj. I just wanted to add one point. I think
Yeah.
Manoj did touch base on this. For AI to start working, it requires at least about 20,000 documents on SharePoint Online. This does not work with SharePoint on premise. This is a cloud only service. So you need about 20,000 documents to begin with, and that's when AI can start doing analysis and bring out topics. And from a usage or a user count perspective, it is recommended that the tenant where you're enabling this experience has at least about 150 active users, right? So I think those were the 2 points I wanted to add. Yeah, thanks, Manoj.
Yep. So in the last, I will just show a couple of slides which I was preparing in the last. Let me share the screen again. I think it will give the okay. So okay. So hope my screen is visible to all. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is the couple of slides. It's just like 2-3 slides. So after just talking and just demonstrating all the things, so as the how the Viva topic is going to appear here when we are suggesting any of the particular the hover on the words. So this section's like it's coming as a topic. We have acronyms, we have extracted contents, peoples, documents, and this is the last, which is on the related topic related contents, which is going to coming soon. So that is not available as of now. It also be available soon. Okay, so the next one is like, so it always Viva works with the people plus AI. It's both combination is always better. So it's not like only AI is suggesting, might be that content which is coming up, it's always might be not relevant for organization who is going to use, right? So it's always the responsibility of the knowledge manager or the contributor to look into the content and make it available and curate as per the organizational need so that it will be useful, and the AI will learn on top of that what the changes the knowledge manager and contributor has done. And the last one, we should always remember when we are doing all this activity, because it's not like a one-time activity. We need to identify the improves when the content is available. When we have a large content, then only it will be always identifiable those sections, right? It always consider the security, what we have privacies, and the location of the data is always preserved. So it's going to take the content from somewhere and place it somewhere. It always use a reference of that content. Locations will always be intact, security will always be intact, even privacies for that. User should have a license to use the Viva topic. The user who doesn't have a license, they can't use the, especially the Viva topic. And as of now, it's only work in English, not in any other one. So Microsoft is working on that one. So it may release soon other language later point of time also. Yeah. Yeah. So that's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Manoj, and thank you, Ayshwarya. Folks, just in case if you want to unmute yourself and ask questions, now would be the right time to do that.
Thank you very much. Manoj, I wanted to know, is there a way to for targeted release of this VR? Like I want to enable it only specific on a specific site collection, the outcome of the Viva. Is it possible? Is there kind of a configurable like this?
Okay. So the question is like, we need to gather the content only for specific site collections, not for entire tenant, right?
Yeah. This is one part of it, and another part of it. So also at a specific place only.
Yeah. So, okay. Thanks.
Yeah.
Is it Mittal, right? Okay. Hey, Mittal.
Yes,
Okay. Let
Manoj.
me, let me share the screen again. I show that one, that option is there. So if I go back to my M365 tenant here, topic experience. So here we have options we can dedicatedly define. So what the Excel sheet also I downloaded. So the selected SharePoint site as a source. So we can use those particular site collections which we need. We can define the selected sites in the Excel and we can upload. So that option is there. If we don't want the entire tenant need to crawl the specific site collections, that is possible.
Mittal, is your question that the topic card should appear only on pages in a particular site collection?
Yes, that also is the question. Like,
Okay.
I want only my tenant users to so in this admin pages or the news portals only use those Viva connection, not on all pages. By
Ah,
seeing the security risks and all.
okay.
See, today that capability is not there, Mittal, frankly. We can check with the roadmap. So today when you create a topic, and the topic and the user, see, first of all, licenses, it's not only for the admin, for a person to view the topic card, right? That person should also have the topics license. Okay. And once you have the topic license, any place where the topic is mentioned, right? The first mention in that page, you will see the hover. Okay, you will see the ability to hover. And I don't think today there is a way to restrict certain sites from participating in the experience in terms of the Viva cards coming up on their pages. Today it's not there. We can check on
Yeah.
the roadmap and come back. But as a source, you have the ability, and that's what Manoj was demonstrating. You can exclude pages from being part of the discovery process for Viva topics.
Yeah. So one more additions to that one, so that is also one of the questions keep coming from a lot of customers, right? So as we have a content from the in the SharePoint and we are using the Viva, can we take the content outside the SharePoint also? So might be Mithul, that will also helpful as you are working on those one. So yeah, that is also feasible. So like we have a Microsoft search with a graph connector. In the graph, using the graph connector, whatever the source is available, we can crawl the content and put it into the once comes into the Microsoft search, then that will be available as a Viva topic. Those can also be used. But yeah, I
Yeah,
think that is
Viva,
different.
true. Viva with Microsoft Search is always
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So folks, any further questions? We are at the top of our hour here.
Uh, Manoj, would there be any separate session for Viva connections or?
Yeah, so Viva connection still in preview. Actually, we were myself and Aishwarya was discussing on that one. So we are waiting once it's get launched. So might be end of this month or soon. As soon as it will be launched, so we are planning for this session, because if we will plan it now, but you guys will not get a insights, only just like how we have on YouTube those videos. So those one we'll do the separate session little later once it will be available as a GA.
Okay, sure, thanks.
Yeah. Yeah, Sujit, to your point, the idea is to have, like, as the topic itself says, this is part one. And as the other modules come in, yeah, we'll definitely do that.
Yeah, thank you.
See, connections to set it up, I think there are ways to do it right now. I think the more interesting part would be the extensibility or creation of the dashboards, right? And that's where we are waiting for more details to emerge. Right now it's in a very uh, tensed private preview kind of mode. Yeah, we'll have it in a subsequent section.
So yeah, even I was just actually exploring those Viva connection. That's the reason I was more interested into that. So
Sure.
even I see that I could load the MS Team site, the communication site to Viva connection. But
Right.
what are the other features I was just exploring? If we, are they going to provide some connectors to connect
Yeah.
to the various Microsoft's systems?
Hmm.
So
Yeah, so the ability to customize it, right?
hmm,
Creating the dashboards, that is still in preview. Yeah, once it, we will plan and we'll let you know the date, Sujit. But that's definitely there. That's happening. Yeah.
okay, yeah, sure. Thanks, Ashwarya.
Yeah. Got 2 more minutes left, folks. Any questions?
Manoj, I have one question. So basically, you have this manage topics page, right?
Yeah.
And then you see suggested, confirmed, published, and there's one more, right? So
Remove.
whenever Viva has been set up, and then you get the topics under suggested section, right? And and the topic admin go ahead and go ahead and confirm it, and then it goes to confirmed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And what is the next step? I mean, he'll go and publish it. Is it?
Okay. Let
And
me share.
that's one question. Other one is once it's topic pages will get generated only for published topics. I believe yes, right?
No.
Okay. It's a yeah. Aishwarya, please go ahead.
Yeah. Topic pages get generated along with the topics. Okay. So it's not like first you get the title and then the page gets generated. It is together. Okay. So when someone thinks that topic is not worth it, you are essentially junking the SharePoint page as well. Okay. Along with it. When I say someone, it's the admin, right? So the life cycle is suggested is what AI brings in. Okay. And then the manager can go and confirm if the topic is valid or it is not valid. Okay, then it moves to the confirmed stage, and from a confirmed stage, the SMEs can still go ahead and curate. So it's a staged way of looking at the life cycle, right? So the first person is just validating whether a topic is valid, but then the second person, once it comes to confirmed, goes the SME could then go and check if the content is correct, they might want to add, and then it moves to published.
Okay.
Did I answer your question? Yeah.
Yeah, kind of partially yes. And yeah, the main thing is for every topic, suggested topics, there is a page gets created.
Correct. Automatically.
Yes.
Okay, for all suggested topics, a page gets created. Okay,
Correct.
okay, that's
Whether it's confirmed or rejected, like I said, AI does the identification of topic and creation of the page at once.
okay.
And only then you go and elevate on.
So let's say I see 9,000 topics here. So I see I will be having 9,000 pages under pages section.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Each topic
Thanks.
is a page. Yeah.
Thanks, Manoj and Ayshwarya.
Okay.
Okay. All right, folks. Any further? I think it's about time. So if no further questions, thank you so much, Manoj and Aishwarya. This has been really wonderful, very good session, and really appreciate taking your time out of your busy schedule, coming on board and doing this session for us. And folks, thank you so much for joining. So we'll soon come back with a session on the next Viva modules. Just keep an eye on the meetup group. I'll be posting it there. And thank you, everyone. Stay safe and take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thanks everyone.
Thank you,
Thanks.
everyone. Bye. Take care.
Thanks,
Bye.
everyone.
Bye.